Hello and welcome to Kajabi in 5 minutes. Today we are going to be talking about the different types of payments you can collect through Kajabi in an offer. So first of all, there's the one-time payment. This one is really basic, self-explanatory. You set the dollar amount, you set the currency, and people can pay that amount. One and done. It's done. Now, there are some options. You can let people, customers, pay what they want, which is an interesting type of payment system where you set a minimum payment and then people can either pay that or more. And I actually had an episode about this in the past, so you can search that out. It is pretty cool little feature. It's basically a separate kind of payment, but it is working off of the one-time payment. You can't do that with any of the other payment types. And so while it is its own kind of unique payment setup, we're talking about it within the one-time payment option. And another cool option is there's a quantity selector, which you can enable with a little checkbox. And this is new, and it basically lets people buy a bunch of one thing. This is probably not useful most of the time. But if, say, I worked with a client who sold their course to corporations, and the corporations gave it to their people. And so with this option, then this wasn't existing back then when I did this, but now the person could sell it to XYZ Corp, and they could buy 20 copies of it. And then they would be able to distribute that to 20 people instead of having to create a separate offer that has the price of 20 copies. Anyways, so that's something you can do. The next is multiple payments. And a multiple payment is like a payment plan. So you set the payment amount and the currency, you set the number of payments and the intervals, and that can be months, weeks, or years. And then basically $500 monthly, 4 months, the person has committed themselves to paying $500 today, and then 3 more times, making 4 payments in total. And that's not something that they can cancel, like a subscription where you can cancel it. This is locking into a payment plan. With the multiple payments, you are able to have trial periods. And you can also have a setup fee, which is kind of neat. So one use case of this is you could say, have a setup fee of X number of dollars that gets collected with the first payment. And then you can just collect a reduced amount over the next payments because the setup fee could have incorporated a bunch of your cost. So you collect a bit more of it. And I will talk about trial periods with subscription. So the subscription is another payment amount where you set the amount and you set the interval, they call it. So typically it would be 1, and then it can again be week, month, or year. So 1 would be every month I get paid this much, but you can do a different interval, which is kind of clever. So you could do every 3 months if you wanted to have a subscription, but you wanted it to be more committed where people had to buy in quarterly or every 6 months or something like that. And so that is a cool way to use the subscription payment by having a longer interval, collecting more money in chunks and having people commit for longer periods of time than just a month. You're also able to put a setup fee into a subscription plan, and you get a trial period. And the trial period can be 1 to 365 days. And basically, the interval and frequency start after that trial period is up. So if you give somebody a 7-day trial and you've got a $100 per month subscription they're signing up to, they don't get billed anything day 1, but on day 8, I guess. I don't actually know, but yeah, day 8, because you get 7 days for free. That's when their 1-month interval starts. And then every 30 days, every month on that date, they will get charged $100. So that wraps up all of the different types of payments you can collect with Kajabi: subscription, multiple payments, one-time payments, including the pay what you want. I should also mention there is a free offer, so people can just not pay anything. And yeah, so I hope that helps. And go out there and collect some money, get some money with Kajabi payments.